Forgive but do not forget, or you will be hurt again. Forgetting loses the lesson. You have two choices: to control your mind or to let your mind control you. Love is a trap. When it appears, we see only its light, not its shadows. If you're brave enough to say goodbye, life will reward you with a new hello. The only way to do great work is to love what you do. Life is what happens when you're busy making other plans. You will never be able to escape from your heart, so it's better to listen to what it has to say. The purpose of life is not to be happy. It is to be useful, to be honorable, to be compassionate, to have it make some difference that you have lived and lived well. If you think adventure is dangerous, dry routine, it is lethal. Haters are confused admirers who can't understand why everybody else likes you. Close some doors, not because of pride in the capacity or arrogance, but simply because they no longer lead somewhere. It's the possibility of having a dream come true that makes life interesting. Anyone who loves in the expectation of being loved in return is wasting their time. The best way to predict the future is to create it. To realize one's destiny is a person's only obligation. If you love someone, you must be prepared to set them free. To live is the rarest thing in the world. Most people exist, that is all. Be like the fountain that overflows, not like the cistern that merely contains. The best time to plant a tree was 20 years ago. The second best time is now. If you start by promising what you don't even have yet, you will lose your desire to work towards getting it. Stay mad, but behave like normal people. Run the risk of being different, but learn to do so without attracting attention. In 3 words, I can sum up everything I've learnt about life. It goes on. The only limit to our realization of tomorrow will be our doubts of today. When we love, we always strive to become better than we are. When we strive to become better than we are, everything around us becomes better too. The purpose of our lives is to be happy. Don't waste your time with explanations. People only hear what they want to hear. If you are never alone, you cannot know yourself. When someone leaves, it's because someone else is about to arrive. Life is short, and it's up to you to make it sweet. When you can't go back, you'll have to worry only about the best way of moving forward. If you want to control someone, all you have to do is make them feel afraid. One has to understand that braveness is not the absence of fear, but rather the strength to keep on going forward despite the fear. The greatest glory in living lies not in never falling, but in rising every time we fall. Your time is limited. Don't waste it living someone else's life. The best revenge is massive success. Blessed are those who do not fear solitude, who are not afraid of their own company, who are not always desperately looking for something to do, something to amuse themselves with, something to judge. Perfect. People don't drink, don't lie, don't cheat, don't fight, don't complain, and don't exist. Every time we repeat the same mistake, the price goes up. In 3 words, I can sum up everything I've learned about life. It goes on. When you want something, all the universe conspires in helping you to achieve it. Live your life, forget your age. We must never stop dreaming. Dreams provide nourishment for the soul, just as a meal does for the body. We can never judge the lives of others because each person knows only their own pain and renunciation. Life is a journey that must be traveled no matter how bad the roads and accommodations. Happiness is something that multiplies when it is divided. People are capable at any time in their lives of doing what they dream of. To live is the rarest thing in the world. Most people exist, that is all. Life is either a daring adventure or nothing at all. Don't allow your mind to tell your heart what to do. The mind gives up easily. Don't listen to the malicious comments of those friends who, never taking any risks themselves, can only see other people's failures. Success is not final. Failure is not fatal. It is the courage to continue that counts. Life sometimes separates people so that they can realize how much they mean to each other. When you repeat a mistake, it is not a mistake anymore. It is a decision. Being human means having doubts, and yet still continuing on your path. Life is too short or too long for me to allow myself the luxury of living it so badly. The best time to plant a tree was 20 years ago. The second best time is now. You are what you believe yourself to be. What hurts us is what heals us. A life without cause is a life without effect. You have to take risks. We will only understand the miracle of life fully when we allow the unexpected to happen. If you conquer yourself, then you conquer the world. The greatest glory in living lies not in never falling, but in rising every time we fall. To live is the rarest thing in the world. Most people exist, that is all. The only true wisdom is in knowing you know nothing. There is only one thing that makes it dream impossible to achieve the fear of failure. Life always waits for some crisis to occur before revealing itself at its most brilliant. Nature gives you the face you have at 20. It is up to you to merit the face you have at 50. I have reached an age when, if someone tells me to wear socks, I don't have to. Everyone seems to have a clearer idea of how other people should lead their lives, but none about his or her own. One day you will wake up, and there won't be any more time to do the things you've always wanted. Do it now. Turn your wounds into wisdom. When each day is the same as the next, it's because people fail to recognize the good things that happen in their lives. Every day at the sun rises. The darker woman vagina, the more enticing its enigmatic charm. Wisdom is not wisdom when it is derived from books alone. In 3 words, I can sum up everything I've learned about life. It goes on. Life is really simple, but we insist on making it complicated. Honesty is the first chapter in the book of wisdom. Wisdom is not a product of schooling, but of the lifelong attempt to acquire it. A man must always hide 3 things from a woman is fierce, so she believes in his strength, his mistakes, so she believes in his wisdom, and his dreams, so he can surprise her with their realization. Never trust that lonely friend, because while some find strength in solitude, others may lose their way in it. Don't explain. Your friends do not need it, and your enemies will not believe you. Only two things can reveal life's great secrets: suffering and love. Life is like riding a bicycle. To keep your balance, you must keep moving. The best way to predict the future is to create it. Don't count the days, make the days count. Wisdom outweighs any wealth. The seat of knowledge is in the head, of wisdom in the heart. The two hardest tests on the spiritual road are the patience to wait for the right moment and the courage not to be disappointed with what we encounter. There is only one way to learn. It's through action. Everything you need to know, you have learned through your journey. Life has a way of testing a person's will, either by having nothing happened at all, or by having everything happened at once. Wisdom is the power to put our time and our knowledge to the proper use. Where there is charity and wisdom, there is neither fear nor ignorance. If you want to be successful, you must respect one rule: never lie to yourself. Wisdom begins at the end. We humans have two great problems. The one seen is knowing when to begin. The two end is knowing when to stop.